Hey everyone, welcome to the video. My name's Steve, and if you're new to my channel, these videos are all about digging deeper on the cost of ownership. Currently that is my Porsche 992 Carrera 2, and in today's video I'm talking about something I didn't think that I would be doing, but my 992 is going up in value. So no, this video isn't clickbait, and I will explain what I'm talking about. Back in March I actually did a review at the year point to see how much I'd lost on the car so far and what kind of value I had left in it based on the types of people I could sell it to. The last video that I did, I actually went back to look and see what the comparisons were between the running costs in a 718 and a 992 that I've owned to see how far apart they were. So while I was going through the Porsche website looking at the configurator to get information for that video, I noticed that the base model Carrera 2 had actually jumped up in price. The new price on that car is now £84,870. That is a £2,075 increase over the previous price of the car that seemed to only be a month or two ago. I've looked around in other regions in the world to see what the cost of my car would be if I ordered it in different countries, and at the time that I actually created the documents give me the Porsche codes for the configurator. So I've been onto some of them, I've clicked through and I've actually had a look, and it does also seem that they've increased the prices everywhere. So here in the UK specifically, what they've done is they've included those auto dimming mirrors on the car now, but it seems to be part of the price increase that has been added. In real terms, if we look at what the cost of the auto dimming mirrors used to be, they were £387. So that £2,075 increase comes to about £1,688 if you factor that in as an extra part on the car. So if I go back and do the same thing with the original spec that I did on my car when I used the configurator back in November 2019 when I ordered the car and clicked through on that code, it takes me through, updates the configurator, and it now puts my car at a price of £86,388 if I was to order it again now at the dealer. On top of that, since I actually bought my car, the tax changes that came into effect afterwards have made the road tax for 12 months in the UK £1,910. When I bought my car, it was actually £1,280 because I snuck in just before a tax change in March 2020. Adding that to my original cost of the car of £84,311, we get a total of £85,591. So you can see there what it would cost me to go back in and buy the car new, and you can see what it cost me to buy it just over 14 months ago. So there is a bit of a difference there now. For what is essentially the same car, it just doesn't have the auto dimming mirrors on it. So my reasoning for telling you all that is because I think it justifies part of the reason why my car's worth more now than it was 2 months ago. The difference between those two prices was £2,707. The second part of the reason why I think my car's holding value, if not increased slightly, is because the cars that are available on the second-hand market are very few and far between at the moment, and if you want to order one, it's going to take time to get it. So those cars that are actually available on the market are going to be worth a lot more than what they probably should be at this moment in time after a year's ownership. If we take a look at what the cash for trade deals are offering on the websites that I usually look at, we can see that there is actually a ripple effect of that new price on the car going up. On the screen there now you can see what the original prices were that were quoted by the 3 trade websites that I've used in the past. Now that first one at Jamjar, the new price they've quoted at the top is £70,998. The second one was Motorway, and now it is as high as £80,063. But the top one, which seems to be the one that always quotes me the best prices when I've always looked around, even if it isn't quite the price that I want, is the We Buy Any Car website, and that one has jumped up from £79,750 back in March to £82,010. Now, as I've stated before, and anybody that's used these places will probably know, if you take the car there and it is not perfect, you won't get the price that they're offering. But if it is close enough, or maybe they can't find anything wrong with the car, they might actually give you the full value. So if I take it that my car is as clean as I think it is, I'm hoping I would get the 82,000. Now I'm not going to go running back through all the calculations I did in the previous video. If you want to go and watch that one, it'll be on the screen there. You can go back and check it out. But since March, obviously I've paid 3 more payments on the car, March, April and May, and now that has brought my balloon payment that I would be paying down to £66,972. If we went to We Buy Any Car and I got that 82,000 for the car they're offering, I'm going to come back out with £15,038 of the original value I put down. Now that original value that I've put in, including the 3 payments I've made since, now brings me up to just a smidge under £30,000. So in real terms, for 14 months, that car has cost me £14,793, and that's including the £12.80 road tax that was part of the finance when I took the car out. If we divide that by 14, it has cost me just over £1,000 a month to own that car in terms of value. The question is, based on that new change in price and the extra value I seem to have accrued in my car on the market, should I actually keep the car or should I cash it in while the going is good? So with that new £2,000 of extra value that I can get back at the moment on that car, it raises the question of, is it the right time to cash it in? My plan was always to hold the car for a minimum of 2 years, but at this point, after 14 months, losing only £15,000 of the money that I put down at the start is looking like a good prospect. If I cashed out the car now, I'll come out with about £15,000, and I could use some, if not all of it, to buy a different car while I save up and look at something else. If I don't do that, should I be looking at it from the point of view of, I've managed to buy a car that I now have to pay another £3,000 nearly for to order new, and I still haven't lost as much money on it as what it nearly cost me to buy. It's only costing me the interest to own, so should I just sit it out until the 2-year mark and keep my fingers crossed that it doesn't appreciate any further in the market? I really think that that is a head versus heart decision, and I'm totally undecided whether it would be a good or bad choice to cash in now. I'm interested to know what your thoughts are. If you've got a 992 and you've seen a little bit of value appreciation in yours, would you think about trading it in? I'd also be interested to know if anybody that was ordering their car managed to sneak in just before that price increase, or did it kick in at the dealers before it actually kicked in on the configurator? Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you again in the next one.